Are traveling along State Road 23 northbound near I-10 eastbound. Look out for a crash there. Not blocking any lanes. Looks like it's off to the side, but just be careful for that. Same story here with this crash along 295 northbound, the ramp from 103rd. Just be careful when you're passing. Try to move over or slow down when you do. But use caution in that area, but it's not causing any significant delays. You got a little construction this morning on the eastbound side of the Matthews Bridge. You got one lane there that's blocked, but because it's early, we're not seeing any delays. Here towards I-95 in Emerson, that is the southbound side. This is the northbound side. And you can see both are moving up to speed there, which is really good. If you're traveling from Nassau towards Jacksonville, no big issues there, about 18 to 20 minutes. So overall, a very nice start, especially on your major interstates. Not seeing any big delays there, and your bridges look pretty good. Anything comes in, though, we'll let you know.
Oh, it looks like we don't have Andrew there. It's quite all right. So if you've been to a Jags game at TD Bank Field, you know it's hot in that stadium, right?
I boil. I boil in the seats. Now, these plans will include two things that will be game changers for fans. One will be the open airway passages that they say will allow air to circulate. But what has a lot of people talking, because I think what people wanted was some type of roof or some type of structure, maybe air conditioning, something like that.
So we spoke with the company who designed it and just about the roof itself and how it will reduce the heat despite allowing sunlight inside. Take a listen to learn more about the stadium plan.
So here's a look at the next four of the meetings. The first meeting will be Monday at 11:30 in the morning at the String Sports Brewery if you want to check it out more. Beautiful look here towards the Buckman Bridge, looking gorgeous for the early birds headed out this morning. If you are traveling across the Matthews Bridge, the big red bridge here in downtown, do look out for some construction on the eastbound side. That's why you're seeing some red. There is a right lane there blocked, so it's a little slow if you're traveling eastbound over towards the Arlington area, but it shouldn't cause you major delays, but I'll keep watching it. 295 loop looks good. So does St. Johns County at this point. Anything else comes in, I'll let you know. League game at an indoor WNBA game were also postponed because of air quality. Wow, that smoke is even stretching into the Carolinas. Air qualities in the cities affected by the smoke is among the worst in the world. You know, I have family in both Canada and New York, talking to them just last night, and they're just like, it's like a scene out of a movie. It's just unbelievable what they're experiencing right now. That's wild. It really is. It's real. It's what people are dealing with right now. We're going to turn things over now to Meteorologist Point Bridge, and it looks beautiful. Not seeing any issues here for drivers this morning, and that is some great news for you. Now, your big three drive times, if you're traveling on I-95 northbound towards downtown, it's good. I-10 eastbound, also good, and going across the Buckman Bridge, no problems there either. So I like to see that. Things are moving along. If you are traveling across the Matthews Bridge, and it looks like they maybe have picked up the construction because I'm not seeing delays anymore, but still, possibly you could still see some lingering workers out there in the right lane of the eastbound side of the Matthews Bridge. But they're pretty good about picking this up by 6 a.m., and I'm not seeing delays there anymore. Brake lights, I don't see congestion. I don't see problems. I love it. If you're traveling on I-10, it looks pretty nice from Baldwin towards downtown, about 14 to 15 minutes. Really nice around Jacksonville. Even through downtown, it looks like the construction along the Matthews has been cleared. Not seeing any issues there. And all of your downtown bridges, whichever one you want, they all look pretty good. Traveling around the Georgia area, no big issues here along I-95 or 17, so pretty smooth drive there as well for you. And if you're traveling in Clay County, Blanding and 17 are moving up to speed, just hopefully you hit all those stoplights green. Issues here along I-10 and Edgewood, that is the eastbound side, this is the westbound side, and both are moving along. But congestion usually on I-10 starts to build by about 6:45, so if you get out the door early, it's going to be better for you, but it's not bad right now. About 15 minutes from Baldwin towards downtown, which is pretty normal. Your 295 loop here is moving up to speed. Not seeing any reports of big delays for you. Downtown looks good, and if you're headed towards NAS Jacksonville, it also looks nice here along Roosevelt. So overall, good start. Had a couple crashes early this morning. Those have since been cleared, and I'm not seeing any problems now. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it, knock on wood. I-95 at University, you can see northbound and southbound there of 95 is moving along without any problems. If you're traveling on I-10, not seeing the congestion just yet, but usually it starts to build in here by about 6:45. So just watching it. You can usually set your watch by it, but it's not bad at the moment. Through St. Johns County, no big issues there along I-95 or along US 1. And those of you headed over towards maybe NAS Jacksonville, headed to our military bases, not seeing any problems. Conditions, and the New York Yankees had to postpone their game yesterday. They couldn't play outside because of the air. A National Women's Soccer League game and an indoor WNBA game were also postponed, all because of this air quality.
You know, you mentioned the breathing issues. That's what I think about, people with asthma or other conditions, how they're dealing with all of that. Now, that smoke is even stretching into North Georgia and the Carolinas. Meteorologists right now, they're looking on your side, looking at whether our air quality could eventually be affected here on the First Coast. We're going
This is a look towards I-95 and Edgewood, moving along without any problems. Beautiful start to the morning. I-95 headed towards the downtown area. Not seeing any delays. Pretty normal. That congestion that I told you about that you can set your watch by, there it is, starting to build here along I-10 eastbound inside that 295 loop. Again, it's just, we see it every morning. There's no crashes there. It's just bottlenecks. If you're traveling on 295, things are looking good on that 295 loop, and Atlantic Beach and JTB are moving up to speed. So really a good start, and hopefully it stays this way.